There, we're finally out on the water. And we have a bucket here full of minnows. And we have lots of swim baits. We're out here on Sayre Lake. It's on drawdown. Ordinarily, the water goes all the way to the top of that bank. And all the way to the top of that bank. When you're fishing, you can get caught in those trees if you're not careful. You overthrow it by 2 or 3 feet. And we catch fish right along that elevation right there, that flat area just below the bank. But right now it's on drawdown. They empty water out of here so that at the end of the winter, the beginning of spring, if there's a snowpack, which we don't have this year, or heavy spring rains, there won't be flooding in the communities down below that dam over there. Meanwhile, all the fish are concentrated into a much smaller area. And our fish finder is, this is a little simple one, is showing scads of fish right underneath the boat, even as we speak. So there's all kinds of reasons to be hopeful today. Just being out here, being fishing, being on a boat is enough. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be more happening than just that. And there goes a bird diving into the water. Bam, he grabbed a fish off the top. They are amazing. All right, let's go fishing. It's a little tiny one.
That's what I'm using.
Yeah.
My Lake Oneida. My Lake Oneida thingy.
Well, I always thought those would work, and I brought all of mine with me, so. Way to go, buddy. That's your first Sayre Lake crappie.
Yep.
There's about 1 million of them down there.
Still on?
Yeah.
That's a bit of a fighter.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun. Even the little ones fight nicely.
Is that a little one?
But wait till you get a nice one.
We'll see what it is first. Oh yeah.
It's a fish. It's definitely a fish.
He's close to keeper.
He's close. So I'm going to check him because I have my handy dandy board here.
It doesn't really matter how big he is, the first 5.
First 5 can be as small as they want.
Yeah.
But this one is over 9 inches.
I'd keep him.
All right.
You got the bucket.
I got the bucket here.
I'm glad you bought the bucket.
We're going to keep this guy because we're both meat hunters. All right. The children will not go hungry. Off we go to get another one. Well, we're finally set up. We got our poles rigged. We have our fish finder set up where we want it. This is a Livescope.
This is spinning from 10 feet.
Oh, I got one right there at the end. He bit it right here.
No kidding.
He was 6 inches from the top of the water when he came and he took this, but he followed it all the way up. That's
Some at
fun.
9 feet right now. They're suspended for about 14 and 9, 5 feet from the bottom, 5 feet up.
Yeah. That was fun. All right, let's get another one. See if I can catch 2 in a row. One on every cast. I had a strike on one cast, so I turned my camera on, caught a fish in the next strike. We can see that the fish underneath our boat are quite plentiful.
We have some big marks. They're
big
bigger than normal. I don't know what they are.
They're big fish, is what they are.
We have 3 marks that are bigger than...
I think I have a fish on there. I do have a fish on there. Instead of pulling it away, he was going sideways.
Cool.
Yeah. That's the one you were watching him take my bait, you know that.
Yep.
You saw him take my bait.
That's a nice one.
That's a decent little fish.
That's a nice one. That's a keeper.
I think he's going to be big enough to keep.
You don't think?
I think he is, yeah. I concur. Didn't even take my bait. And because this one is 9.5 inches, well, he's 9.25. I'm going to keep him. This is a fun place, and it's close to home. It's not a big ordeal to strap the boat on the back of the truck and come over here quick.
Yep.
stop and get a sandwich on the way here, and then another one on the way home, and then that's living.
I like the sound of that. Sandwich on the way here and a sandwich on the way home.
Well, you know, we work hard, and we need to be nourished, or we'll get weak.
Okay, there's some fish coming right at you from the left.
Right, here he comes. Here he comes.
From the left, they're coming.
I bet you he's already on there.
There's actually two coming. He's not on you yet. Here he comes. About 2 more feet. Here comes one from the front.
And there he is. And there he is. Come on, let's take it. Let's go. Oh, I got a fish.
Cool.
Yeah. It's about as quick as you put it in. I want you to put a minnow on, my friend.
Ah, I just missed one.
This one might be a little smaller, and I'll throw him back.
I missed him again.
That one took my bait. And we'll measure him with our handy dandy fisher messer. And this one's a little more than 8.5 inches, so I'm going to put him back. Bye-bye, fishy. You got lucky today. Not like your brethren over there. I'm going to make fish sandwiches out of him.
You mean fish tacos?
Might make fish tacos, yeah. I've been known to do that. This is Dennis's first time coming to this lake now. And Dennis is an avid fisherman. He's worked as a...
Where's Dennis?
I'm not Dennis. Dennis is my good friend in New York. This is Steve. Steve
Behind the guy in the back of the boat.
is a former professional guide and an avid fisherman who fishes all over the eastern United States. He goes to Lake Ontario, has a place there, and has a big boat there. And he has another boat like the one we're in right now. This is his boat. He fishes everywhere with it. But by golly, he's never been to Sayre Lake. So we're going to bring him here, and we're going to catch a bunch of little fish, and who knows, we might have him hooked. But Steve is the kind of friend you want to have, because he has this amazing Garmin Livescope system. We're actually looking at a live image. This is not sonar. This is not some radar bouncing off the bottom. That's an image of an actual fish swimming by. We can see these fish down there, and we have seen an abundance of them. And we're catching them. This is amazing. And I want one. I have a fish on with my lure now. So I'm catching them with lures. I'm catching them with live minnows. This is just fun. That's another little one. I'll toss him back. They sure are fun to catch. And we're using ultralight gear. This pole is very lightweight. Number 4 pound test. It's fun to catch fish on this gear. It really, really is. They put up so much more of a fight. But this little guy is just over 9 inches long. Is he? Nope, not quite 9. You want to make sure you get his nose right in there. See that?
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So he's close to 9. All right, off you go, buddy. Let's go get another one. They like the minnows, and they were striking away at my swim bait plastic lure. And they like these live ones as well. This one's probably another releaser. He's a little bit skinny. But I'm going to check him anyhow. But you never know. You never know. He's just shy of 9 inches. Back you go. Now we're allowed to keep, each of us, 5 of those smaller fish. And we might, after we've filled our limit of bigger ones. So this is going to start getting really boring, that we're catching so many fish. One right after the other. Well, I'm not even going to measure this one, he's too small. After a little bit, bigger fish will come in and start feeding. I don't know where all the perch are. I have days when all I catch is perch and we haven't caught but one. But we're catching a bunch of these little crappie. And that is fun. You don't need a big rod to catch a nice fish. Look at that tiny rod. That is tiny.
Little ice rod.
Little ice fishing rod. One of the smaller ones at that.
It's my crappie rod. For detecting those really light bites in the wind. What do you think?
I think I'm going to weigh. I'll measure him. Put him in there. We'll know in a second if he's big enough for anything. I don't think so. He is. I can't see it. Yeah, he's almost 9 inches. He's like, he might be 1/64th of an inch longer. And I got a fish on. He's 1/64th of an inch under, and I have one on. Maybe this one will be a keeper.
I thought that was a keeper.
Yours, but yeah, not quite. Not quite.
5 under 9 and 5 over 9.
Yeah, I'm not keeping any yet under 9.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't know why. I'm just not. Here's another little one. And this one's 8.5 inches. There you go, buddy.
Hit that one at the surface too, almost.
This one came all the way to the top of the water.
They like that little gold bug.
And we caught him out, and that's a keeper.
Oh, no, you think?
I think so.
He's under 9.
I bet you he's 9 1/4.
I bet he's only barely 8. Oop, sorry.
But don't be sorry. Put his nose in there. He's 8.5. We're both wrong. There you go, fishy. But he was a beautiful fish. Oh, look at those. Look at those. There are some nice fish on that device there.
Yeah, you should be on it right about.
You got a fish, you got a fish. That's the only thing about playing with this Nintendo system we have here is that.
Finally a perch. That's what I'm after, baby. Yeah. I love perch. He's one in the bucket.
Put him in the bucket. We got us another bucket fish. All right, where'd those hooks go? Steve keeps catching fish on this tiny little pole.
Boy, that little.
What a blast.
That little crappie bug.
He has a little crappie bug. Shiny little gold ball with a hook on it.
About 8, 8.5. What do you want to do?
Throw him back in, yeah.
Suspended.
This guy, I caught him 10 inches from the surface of the water.
He followed you up.
He followed me up right up to the top. He's pretty. They're so beautiful, these fish. This one is, it may be a white crappie, but I can't tell because he's too young. And I got a fish on the other one all the whole time, and I didn't realize it. I'm not paying attention here.
I saw him hit that.
You got to pay attention.
Oh, get him in, get him in.
Oh, I got a perch. All right, all right. Steve's all excited. Steve likes to eat perch. Everybody likes to eat perch. These are delicious fish. These are very delicious fish. All right, on the bucket you go. We're doing good today, folks. We're doing good. We have a double. We both caught a little fish. Now, these are just a little crappie. I promise you, the big ones are coming. Give it a minute. We got here early. The fish get really good, and the big ones come in a little bit later in the day. Oh! Oh! These guys are getting on there, and they're not giving me a signal. I'm not seeing that they're on there.
Perch, okay.
Oh, yeah.
hook here.
I got him hooked here. I got him hooked here. Yeah, that's a nice edible perch there. Nice edible perch. These guys fight, don't they?
Perch, I love it.
Yeah.
I live for perch. I live for crappie. Man.
I'll fix it.
Easy, don't fall in.
I'll fix it. Oh yeah, it's a little undone.
Yeah, nice fight.
Yeah, that's fun. Well, this is the super mega mini rod here. It's about 14 inches long, and I'm exaggerating, but only a little bit. You see how short that rod is? And I just caught a nice fish. And this little jig of yours is the cold whack for shizzle. This thing is killing him. That little tiny little bug-eyed golden lure.
I just can see the trail from the hole of your fish coming up.
That's crazy.
You gotta be careful. It's only a 2-pound test.
Yeah, I
So
know.
I'll just stretch that out and you'll be good.
Yeah, this camera's acting weird, but there's another fish. As quick as I put that line out, I have a fish on, and that's less than 9 inches. Off you go, buddy. And he's got a fish on that other one. Yep, you do. Oh, take it. Look at all the fish on there. I had a bite on. Look at all the fish on there. Good Lord. Yeah. Those are all fish. And there's a bunch underneath these little logos there.
Little thing. No, maybe not. Perch.
Got another fish on a tiny rod. A crappie. Oh, let's see here. This one is 9 inches.
I don't think he's over 8. 8.5. 8 and 8. He ain't big. He's kind of, I don't know.
He is.
I can't judge. I can't read that thing.
He's 9 inches.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to keep him. So let me stop and count, okay? I'll stop what I'm doing long enough to count some fishes. Oh, there's a big one swimming right to us. Get ready, get ready. He's coming at you.
Yeah, I'm down pretty low.
He's on the bottom. He's on the bottom. Right that one.
There's a big one on top, too.
Oh, there's 2 on the bottom. I saw the one on top. I think one of us already got him.
Oh, I know you're How did my line break?
Oh, come on, man. Give me a sign. He's on there. It doesn't give me any signal that he's on there. What's that?
A lighter pole.
I think they're grabbing it and going sideways with it.
Oh. I'm watching you and not paying attention.
I'm sorry. That's my bad there for catching all these fish. It's your fault, fish.
Oh, there's a schooner. What's he racing for? You been our line out? Boy, he's racing to the back of the boat to get out of it.
No, but this is another one, so we can only keep one more big one.
You telling me we have 10 over 9?
We have 9 over 9.
You do?
Yep.
There comes a pretty nice one from the front heading to the back.
I got him. That might have been him. Oh, look at him fight. It might have been him. No, I'm all right.
The Perch? Oh, okay. Wow. Boy, there's 2 hogs down there.
Oh, look at that one. That might be the last big one.
He knew it. That was those 2 big ones that were swimming toward the front. It's pretty long.
Yeah, he looks pretty long. That's what I'm saying. I think that's our last
10.
Yeah, he's 10 inches. Okay, we can only keep little ones now.
That was those two big ones that was swimming toward the front. It's pretty long.
Yeah, he looks pretty long. That's what I'm saying. I think that's our last
10.
Yeah, he's 10 inches. Okay, we can only keep little ones now. Okay, I got a fish on. I turned my back to help you, and I got a fish on finally. Well, I must have gone 5 minutes without a fish. I was getting nervous there. Nervous, I tell you. That's a nice fish, but I'm going to throw him back because I don't think he's close to 9 inches. Yeah, he's big enough. He's 8.5. I'll clean him. We'll eat him. And we got another one on the teeny pole. The itsy bitsy teeny weeny pole. You can throw him in the bucket. He's going to be over 8 inches.